Hey guys, my name's Rach. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me or haven't been following me, I'm from Western Australia. I am 27 years old. I had to think about that for a minute. I have 2 children and I'm taking you on a journey with me and doing this video and a bit of a vlog over the next couple of weeks and months regarding my breast implants and my explant journey. So to tell you a little bit about my implant journey so far, I got my breast augmentation done in 2015. Coincidentally enough, I got it done on April Fool's, so I set myself up for failure there. I then fell pregnant 4 weeks later. So what happened with my pregnancy, this was my second child, is I am one of the bodies that gain weight quite rapidly during pregnancy, or even in general if I don't keep it under control. So my boobs quadrupled, and because of like all the hormones and everything coming in so quickly after getting my implants done, my implants actually dislodged from my chest and were down here in my boob. So once I had my daughter, 6 months later, I believe, 6 months later, in 2016, I had to go under the knife again and get another surgery. This one was an implant revision, a breast reduction, and a lift. It was huge. It was expensive. It was very long and it was very painful, but the result was beautiful. Like, they took out so much of my breast tissue that I developed from my children and from breastfeeding, and they downsized me. Even though they put in a relatively large implant, they still downsized me because I was humongous. So woke up and I was pretty stoked because they just sat here. They were beautiful. They were probably about a D, double D cup. And I was stoked. I'm like a size 8 to 10 chest. I'm probably a size 6 to 8 body. And yeah, they're about a D, double D, which I had always been perky prior to children. So that's kind of what I was trying to get back to. I felt like I was old. I felt like a saggy mum. And it really impacted me. So that's why I pursued getting implants. However, I was not aware of the serious risks involved. I was not aware of the extensive amount of symptoms and side effects that can happen with these implants. We're always told of the risks, which you're like, well, yeah, going into surgery is a risk, going under anesthetic is a risk. So that's cool, like that's fine. They don't ever tell you by putting these implants in your body can reject them. And here is a humongous list of things that can go wrong for your health. I was never shown it, no one ever is. So my journey that I'm currently on now is I'm now trying to get these implants out of my body because they have completely ruined my life. But basically I'm making these vlogs, one for myself and one for you, because for myself, I know that I got implants for a reason, and I know that when I have them out, I'm probably going to face those same challenges again, and I want to have this to look back on and remind myself how miserable I was and how insecure I am with implants and how unhealthy I am, even though I work my ass off to be healthy, and how much my body struggles and how much mentally I am completely caving. So it's important for me to have it to look back on, and like if I'm feeling like I made the wrong decision or questioning who I am because of getting this explant, I want to be able to read and listen to this. But I also want to do it for you, because you might be considering getting implants for the same reason I did. Maybe you're a mum and you've breastfed and they just look crappy and they're hanging and they're all gross and you're insecure about it. Or maybe you're just flat chested and you don't want to be. Or maybe someone cheated on you with a big busted girl and you think that if you get implants it's going to fix it. It's not. All your insecurities start from in here. Nothing you do on the outside is going to fix that. You will get implants and you will love them every single day because they're going to look beautiful. You are going to find something else to hate. You are going to find something else to beat yourself up over, because the self-hate comes from in here. It's not what's wrong with our body, it's this. So I'm doing this to kind of educate women on the risks. I'm not here to say plastic surgery is bad, ban it all. I'm not here to say don't get implants, I hate people that get implants. I'm simply saying know the risks, because if you do this and if your body reacts to it, I'm telling you right now, It's not a journey you want to be on. It is an expensive risk and it's an expensive lesson and it hurts. So bear with me while I talk you through what's been going on with me. So in 2016 was when I got my second lot of implants done, and I was stoked with them. But about 6 months later, I started noticing things going on with my body that I'd never had before. I've never had big issues or even small issues. I've been pretty blessed. One of the first things I noticed that started happening for me, and keep in mind, I live a very healthy life. In 2017, in about February, I started noticing eczema on my legs. And I've never had eczema in my life. I've never had skin problems ever in my life. And it started off as like this little patch around my ankle. Over the last 2 years, it's developed into patches about this big all over my legs, and they're scars because of how severe it gets, and it just keeps going. Another thing I noticed appear for me was acne, skin acne, like all around here and all down my neck. And I've never suffered from acne in my life. I get the hormonal pimples like we all do. Never had skin problems. I started having intolerances to food. I started getting very severe neck and back pain. I was starting to not be able to sleep at night and get severe insomnia, where I've generally been the opposite. I'm on great nutrition. It helps me sleep really well. And now suddenly I couldn't. Yet I was waking up beyond fatigued. I've had days where I can't even get out of bed because I'm so tired, and I've had to call someone to help me and get my children to school. So these are just lots of small little things and lots of small little issues, but when you put them all together and you suffer from all of them in one day, it's pretty extreme. A few other things where my eyesight started going funny. It was going blurry. I struggled to like focus, but then had eye tests and my eyes were fine. I had hair loss, like alopecia, whatever it's called, where you'd have a patch. You can see where this patch here has actually started growing back. But if you go to my Facebook and have a look back through my photos, I have a whole circle here that just disappeared. No idea why. I have got carpal tunnel in my wrists. I do not work on a computer. I do not do anything demanding with hands, but I have carpal tunnel in my wrists. I have a lot of intestinal issues. I have intolerances to almost every single food, which again, have never had. I have brain fog that is it is scary. It's not almost scary. It is scary. I'm telling you right now, I could probably forget my child's name. It's my brain fog and my brain fog and my memory loss is insane. Like you'll lose me mid-conversation. I'll just be gone and I'll forget what I was even saying. And it's not like just one of those moments where I forget what I was talking about. I will literally be talking about my day and the colour lipstick I'm wearing, and I'll forget the entire thing mid-sentence and have no idea what I'm saying. This is just a couple of little issues that are going on. It was about a year in that I started getting actual physical pain in my implants. And I started thinking, God, I look really big in photos now. Like, what's going on? My weight hasn't changed. I train really hard, but I look really big. Like, why are they, if you can see, like, why do I look so wide? And I kept saying, I swear these are getting bigger. Like, they're huge. They never used to make me feel like this. And people kind of looked at me like I was weird, or they'd laugh at me or say, oh yeah, no, maybe. And it wasn't until just recently that I pulled some photos out of the day after I got my implants done where they're still swollen, and now put them next to each other, and then I did like a 6 month after one, and they've tripled in size. I went and got sized up, and I'm now a 10F going on a G, and I was a 10D double D when I had my surgery done, like after my surgery. So part of the body's way to protect itself, because it doesn't want these foreign objects in my body, is it developed breast tissue, and it's growing it and growing it, trying to protect me from these implants, but it's fighting a losing battle because they're still in there. So I'm rapidly going up in size, and it is terrifying. One of the main reasons for my explant, not only because my health is at a point where there is so much wrong that I don't even know what to fix. I don't know where to start. I don't know what I can help. I've been working with a coach for about a year now, and we've been doing everything we can. to manage things, but we have no idea what's going on, nor do doctors. As for when it comes to the mental side of things, aside from the fact that I'm terrified to wake up in so much pain that I can't move, which has happened, I've been hospitalized several times, I am completely insecure because of these. They are huge, and people look at me and judge me because of how big they are, and I can see them looking at me like, wow, like, why would you do that? Do you want more attention? And it's really hard because I'm a mum and I'm not that kind of person. Like, if you went and looked through my photos, I rarely have my boobs in photos. Like, I didn't get them for anyone but me. I got them just so I felt like a woman again, which is ludicrous. So having them this big and I can't even hide them, like if I wear looser clothes, I look bigger. So I wear tight clothes to make myself look smaller, but then they show more. So it's really hard having people stare at me and judge me when they have no idea who I am. And normally that wouldn't bother me, but it does now. But even when I meet people, especially men, they're men. They look at me for this. They don't get to know me. Strangers stare at my boobs before they stare at my face. Like, my mates and I used to go around, like if we had an event on and I'd dress up nice, they would literally count how many people would look at my boobs before my face. And it was humiliating. And I'm not the kind of person that enjoys that. I don't enjoy someone's husband staring at my tits when I'm walking past. Like, that's not cool to me. So yesterday I found out I actually am going to be getting my Explant, which has been a few months in the wings trying to push the system and find a loophole, because if you want your implants out, you've got to pay like 8 to 15 grand. It's often more than what it was to put them in, unless you're seriously ill. So thankfully, my surgeon and my doctor actually listened to me and have trusted that regardless of what all the blood tests are saying and what all the scans are saying, my body's clearly struggling and I'm struggling, and mentally it's taking a very serious toll. And so they have put me through to get my implants out under Medicare. And I'm blown away. Like, I'm now terrified though, because that's a whole new journey I've got to face now. I've got to go under the knife again. I've had 2 breast augmentations. I've had 2 C-sections. Like, I don't enjoy surgery at all, but it's got to be done to get them out. So today I am heading in to get an ultrasound done, just to get an update of what's going on here. The last one came up fine, but my surgeon that I'm working with now just wants an updated one of today so she knows what she's dealing with. However, irregardless of whether she sees a problem or not, she's still going to help me get these out of my body I'm hoping the next couple of weeks. Like, I'm praying it's soon, because every single day waking up with these in my body, knowing how sick my body is, knowing I have no control of slowing down any symptoms or any growth is terrifying. It is terrifying. It is one of the worst feelings in the world, living sick and knowing there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I've tried medication, I've tried natural things, I eat so well. If anything, when I was drinking, because I did get to a point where it messed me up so mentally that I just wanted to drink my pain away, and it helped. But because I was drinking and not eating, I found my body got through it a bit better because it wasn't trying to process anything. However, not maintainable, not healthy, and it wasn't good for me, and I did stop. But I don't think people understand the depth of darkness you can find yourself in with something as simple as implants. If it goes wrong, which it can, and I want to prevent as many women as I can from taking that risk, because you're freaking beautiful as you are. There is nothing wrong with you. If your body is warped because you had children, you had freaking children. And I never got that. And I never cared if anyone said that to me. I do now. And I really hope that you hear and believe that. And if you do not love yourself, start from in here out. Don't try and fix the external. It's just not worth it. Do little things if you want, like get your hair done, get your lashes. Like, I got lash extensions, I get my nails done, I care for my appearance. But don't take such a dramatic measure where the risk is very high of it going wrong. Because I promise you, you will hate yourself so much. There is nothing anyone can say to me that I haven't already said to myself. I'm riddled with guilt. I feel awful that I did this to myself. So I would love anyone to share my story and just help raise awareness of this breast implant illness, because it's important that women at least know the risks before they do such a procedure. That's all I want from my message. Love yourself. As for me and my journey, I'm heading off today to get this ultrasound done. So stay tuned, keep following, hit subscribe if you want to see what's next. And I can't wait to be doing this with all of you. Mwah.